This is from May 2012, and I'm currently stood on the edge of a bridge going over a train track near Radcliffe Power Station, and I'm shooting a photo of the cooling towers. The camera I'm using here is a Bronica SQAI with a 150mm lens, and the film stock I'm using is Ilford FP4, and it was an 8-second exposure. This is Radcliffe Power Station again in May of 2012, and this was a separate day where I'd gone to shoot another photo during the day. Again, I'm using the 150mm lens with the Bronica SQAI, but this time I'm using Ilford Pan F, which is very slow speed film. This is walking from Eyam, and you can see Eyam Hall in the distance over there, to Dovedale. And you can just see the River Dove there, with a little bridge across it, and that hill that you can just see starting to go up is Thorpe Cloud. And it's named Dovedale because it is the valley of the River Dove, Dale being a Nordic word for valley, as you can see here. And now I'm shooting with a Bronica ETRS, and the lens I'm using here is a 75mm, which is the standard lens, and the film stock I'm using is a Formapan 400. This densely wooded area would appear to lead to almost nowhere. The path is barely distinguishable, and you cannot find it very easily from the larger path which it deviates from. It's a very interesting place because it's heavily overgrown, and then turning a corner you find this abandoned train shed, which I believe dates back to around World War II. Here we're shooting with the Bronica ETRS with a 40mm lens, Portra 400, but instead of shooting at 400, this was shot at 320. This is a very difficult place to compose any meaningful shot because of the inherent disorder of the environment, but I'm quite happy with this composition. This is just off the Miners Trail on Mount Snowdon in Wales. Shooting with a 75mm lens and shooting portrait, I've tried to allow the elements of the scene to converge to create a meaningful composition. This is inside one of the cooling towers in the abandoned Willington power station. My photo here is using the 40mm lens, using Portra 400 and looking directly up. This is outside Willington Power Station. I'm here shooting 2 shots. One of them is with a 200mm lens, and I will overexpose it. The reason for using the 200mm lens is to flatten all the elements in the scene, as it's going to have the rapeseed and the 3 cooling towers in a portrait composition. The next was with a 150mm lens, which was exposed for the sky. I hope you've enjoyed watching.